Hello everyone! As you can see, my office is currently a complete mess. A lot happening here. I am actually in the middle of filming my new online course, which I am so excited about. This is something I've been talking about for months now, and I just feel like I got sick of hearing myself talk about it, and I really just wanted to get on with it and start creating it, especially that I am so excited about it. It is going to be about pleasuring a woman. So it's going to be full of my amazing, most favorite in the world and tried and tested beautiful orgasmic ways to touch her, stimulate her, and give her pleasure in a variety of ways. So that's coming. I'm thinking June is gonna be the date for release, hopefully early June, because I think it is just so needed. So many people have been asking me for a course like that and for more information about pleasuring a woman, how to do it properly, how to do it in a way that will send her into the most blissful places, and how to touch particular parts of her body, how to make love to her, how to be just the best lover to a woman that a man can possibly be. So I'm putting it all there. I'm putting all that information in this course, and it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be extraordinary. Another big change in the house, or temporary change in the house, is that there is a portaloo in my backyard. And I needed it because my bathroom renovation starts tomorrow on Monday. So for the next 3 weeks, I'm not going to have a bathroom. I only have one bathroom. So while that's being renovated, I won't have access to the toilet or the shower. I do have a laundry room with a sink, so I can, I guess, wash myself and clean my teeth and do all sorts of stuff there. But yeah, I won't have a toilet or a shower, hence the portaloo. And I am planning to basically just use my local gym for the showering needs. I am a little anxious how that's gonna work, like in practice. I'm feeling a little bit of a fear, like will that be a complete headache and will I be miserable? But I am also choosing to look at it as an adventure. And besides, 3 weeks, it's not the end of the world. And I can't wait to have a new bathroom and to show the transformation to you as well. Okay, let's talk about the topic of this video, because it's important. I think it's really, really important. I think it's something that we should have a conversation about. It's something that caught me by surprise, and I guess I am still in the middle of it, and hence I'm still feeling a little lost as to how to proceed and what to do next. And the thing is, finally, I guess for the first time in my life, I feel like I have everything I ever wanted. This is something that I've been looking forward to so much for so many years. I am debt-free, apart from my mortgage. I am a house owner. Finally, that's something that I wanted so much. I was so sick of going to inspections and applying for rental properties and all the stress that comes with it. I just wanted to be in my own place. I wanted a place surrounded by nature. I wanted to just see nature everywhere I look, and I do have that. My house is just surrounded by a nature reserve. So how awesome is that? How beautiful. And while I can't quite walk in the nature reserve because it is a bit too wild and probably full of snakes, I can still enjoy it. There's enough national parks and beautiful areas to go on walks and hikes that, that I can enjoy as well. So a lot of boxes are ticked there. I also have a business that is providing me with, enough money for a comfortable life. I know that I will survive, that no matter what, I will survive. And, all the other bits, like I'm healthy, my body is in a good shape, my friends and family are all well. The travel is becoming more and more free and possible and, available to us again. So all of that is there. And yet, I've been feeling so unhappy and so miserable for the last few months that I kind of almost feel like I lost myself in this sense of depression and even misery. I even stopped doing my sort of daily rituals that keep me sane and happy. I basically stopped meditating. I stopped going to the gym as regularly as I used to. I still go every week, but I kind of fell out of my routine because I used to be so strict and, with myself, and I used to be so disciplined with all the days where I go to the gym and when I meditate and when I do all the other things, and what time I get up, etc. And all of that sort of fell apart over the last few months. I've literally been feeling so lost in my unhappiness that I didn't even have enough energy to keep doing the things that I know keep me happy and sane. There was also this sense of fatigue, like the depression and the unhappiness were kind of draining me physically as well. So I started to get up later and skip the gym, skip the workout. Today was actually the first day when I decided to meditate again. And oh my God, it was beautiful and actually helped me clarify certain things about next year. But I don't know, I just felt so lost and confused, and I still do. But it's not at all what I was expecting. I've been looking forward to this moment of having my own home and having it, renovating it and just sort of having this life that I wanted. That finally, when I have it, I can't believe just how unhappy I have been. It's mind boggling to me. And a part of that is the huge sense of detachment from other people and sort of, from my social circle. I know certain people in Brisbane. I've only been here for a few months, but I had all these friends in community, on the Gold Coast and previously in Melbourne. So here it's just not the same thing now because my social life has been quite limited. Unfortunately. So I still catch up with friends, but not very often. And I stopped going to any kind of workshops or events or dance events, etc., etc. So that's why going on that hike this morning, that's something that really used to help me and make me feel good. And so I came back to it as well. I'm slowly going back to these kind of good habits that really help me and support my mental health. But yeah, it's so surprising just how easy it was to kind of fall out of all of these habits and rituals that I used to do on a daily basis. And it is because of unhappiness and because of depression and because how tired and exhausted I've been feeling pretty much all the time, which is causing all sorts of different sort of ideas and questions for me internally. And the number one thing that is kind of jumping out at me in this whole situation is just how much I wanted the privacy. The idea was for a cottage in the woods. Like that was the picture I had in mind. And while I have neighbors and I am not quite in the woods, but I am surrounded by a nature reserve, but I am a bit isolated and I'm feeling a bit like a hermit. And I've been just spending so much time at home lately on my own that it's really starting to drive me crazy a bit. And I'm starting to realize and recognize that this whole cottage in the woods idea is not quite healthy for me. And this fact that how much I've been trying to hide away from people and create and surround myself with all of this privacy, that's not serving me either. Because the truth is, I crave people. I crave connections. I crave friendships. I want to have a tribe or a family, some sort of some form of a family, around me. And by sort of keeping myself hidden away in my house, far away from everybody else, I am kind of isolating myself from the care and support, that having a lively social life can give you. I think that when I get to Europe next year, when I get to Italy, I really want to do things differently in my life, and I really want to shift the focus of my life. I actually want to create a life that is connected to other people and that is connected to community and where I live closer to other people and where I can feel really, really connected. So I don't know exactly what that's gonna look like, but I feel like what I need is to shift my mindset so that the decisions I make from now on are more centered around creating the life that is connected to other people. I recently listened to a book on Audible called Shantaram. Amazing, amazing book. If you're interested, definitely look it up. So it is about this Australian man who escapes prison and ends up in India, and how he kind of creates his life for himself there. And his life is basically constantly surrounded by people. Like, there's barely any privacy. It is so different for me to think that some people live their lives in a way that is so connected and intertwined with lives of other people, while I've been so sort of driving my life towards this situation of being disconnected and having so much privacy and isolation really around me. So I think that is something that I really need to ponder and sit with, because when I go to Europe, I don't want to recreate the same situation. I don't want to find myself again in a beautiful home surrounded by nature and with a lot of privacy and feeling absolutely miserable and unhappy and disconnected from everybody else. At the end of the day, I really truly believe that the most fulfilling and satisfying life is lived with quality connections with other people. That's why Zoom doesn't cut it for me. I spend so much time with friends and family on Zoom. Yeah, it's not the same thing. That's not what's good for me. It's starting to really affect my mental health. I need face-to-face live connections. I want to have that in Europe. I want to have that with my family. I want to have that with my community in Italy or wherever I end up being. And I want to keep exploring that, in this kind of my own personal pursuit of happiness. Because I am recognizing that I am a bit scared of people in a way, and hear me out because I know that it sounds weird, but scared of people because I am an introvert, and because so many times in my life people kind of were overstepping on my need for alone time. And because that's happened many times, because I wasn't maybe able to reinforce my boundaries or ask for whatever I needed in order to fully recharge my battery and have my alone time, for the last few years, I've been just driving towards having a situation where I have an unlimited alone time and where nobody can sort of overstep, because I can always just escape back to my home, the safety of my home, where nobody can get to me because I can just shut the door and be alone and safe. Well, that's not gonna cut it anymore, because I feel like I've overcompensated. And instead of creating a healthy balance of social life and alone time, I've just created a lot of alone time. So now it's a time to find the healthy balance with, yes, the alone time still, like I still need that, I'm still an introvert, but also with really good quality face-to-face live human connections as well. It's a tricky thing to think that you know what you want and then to get it and realize that you're not happy and that you actually have been more miserable than you have ever been before. And that's exactly what I'm feeling right now. So please send some love my way and some thoughts of support. And if you feel something similar to this, then please be aware that I feel you, I hear you, like I know what you're going through. And let's have a conversation about this so that maybe we can together start creating the kind of lives that are actually truly connected, satisfying, and fulfilling in many different ways. Thank you for watching this till the end. You're amazing for following my journey and for supporting me, and all your likes and comments and all your words, just mean so much to me. So thank you so much.